Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of building the ultimate man cave slash office editing setup slash gaming room slash boxing gym. I don't exactly know what I'm going to be calling the video series yet, but this is the start of it. And what's awesome about this is I'm going to be trying to do this with about 90% to 95%. I'll give you a full breakdown per episode on what we got going on, but I'm going to be doing it with sponsored products and free products. And you might be asking me, what in the world are you talking about? Number one, the free products is stuff that I find dumpster diving. If you guys are not familiar with who I am, I have another channel where I have a web series where I dumpster dive. And I'm going to be taking those finds, putting them to use in this series, and also on this channel, I do product reviews. Companies send me their products for free, and what I'm going to do is I've probably already reviewed them, and now I'm going to be using them for this setup. So again, we're going to be using about 90 to 95% free products. I have a couple things I want to use that I've had in the past, like one of my older LED TVs, but I have another one that I found dumpster diving. We are almost on the borderline of being initiated into the show hoarders. We need to get rid of a ton of stuff. We need to, number one, we need to throw it away, and what we need to do is we need to reorganize. And so I am actually a full-time YouTuber slash online work. That's what I do for a living. I had a job. Luckily, I do live in a condominium complex that has dumpsters, so I'm able to throw away large objects very easily. They come twice a week to pick up the trash, so we can skedaddle a lot of this stuff, and I'm gonna be reorganizing, and of course that's what this whole setup is about right now. Now, this is a one-car garage. Eventually, I'd like to get a larger garage and we'll start another series, but for now, this is a condominium with an attached one-car garage, so we need to make this exactly fit into place perfectly. So what we're gonna do, number one, let's go down. Let's take a little bit closer look of the area and the space, and we're just gonna start throwing away stuff and mounting stuff. So let's get in to episode 1 of building the ultimate man cave. Well, ladies and gentlemen, utter disaster. But we are going to be cleaning this up, don't you worry about that. We literally can't fit one car in this garage. This is the car right here. It actually fits. I have Tetrised it in there very strategically. 7 Series BMW. As we come around here again, perfect, where I literally have about 8 inches over here, about 1 inch over here, but we need to go ahead and fix this issue and turn this junky piece of junk hoarder central into the sparkling, beautiful gemstone that will be the ultimate man cave. Right here, baby, that is what I'm talking about. So don't think just because you have a small garage that you can't have something awesome. Now, I do rent this property, I do not own it, so there's a lot of things that I cannot do, like bust a bunch of holes and do a bunch of electrical, so I'm gonna try to do it very strategically without having to do all that nonsense. The previous renter put up this thing right up here, this little archway right here for storage. That's absolutely awesome. A lot less expensiver of an option than those garage hangers, those little metal cages that hang up from up top and go down, and then you clip on your bicycles, etc. Now, I've already dialed in quite a bit of the action already. Now, again, I'm taking advantage of this. This will probably stay storage, but we're gonna get to that in a little bit here. We do have the bicycles hanging up, of course, on hooks, which is absolutely phenomenal because that gets a lot of the action out of the way. Now, I will have to probably alter a couple of these things and move them up and out of the way a little bit more for this series. But again, we're gonna be doing this together step by step. It should be about a 4-episode, 5-episode series, and we're gonna get into that, of course, as you know. Now, what you're looking at right here, that is probably about 90% to 95% DD finds right there. Now, the tool chest, that no, but other than that, about 90 to 95% DD finds. And so what we're looking at here is we're looking at a big mess, but let's get started. So the first thing we need to do here is I do have direct access to my garage, which the door is right there. As you can see, there is nothing but stuff in front of me. Now, I'm not going to call it junk because a lot of this stuff is very, very expensive, which I will be selling on eBay. We have a brand new Epson printer, etc., etc. And so if you guys want to know more about this action right here, then of course, follow me on my other channel and you'll watch all that action right there. I'll link it in the description box below. But we need to get to this door here, so what we need to do is we need to remove this stuff, bring it out here for more organization, and I'm gonna try to deal with this shelving unit right here, and of course we have the shelving unit with the hooks right here. And so what we're gonna try to do, of course, is I want direct access to my garage. I've been walking around the last 6 months from my front door to my garage, but I want that door to be clear and ready to go. So let's go ahead and move that and organize it now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I made the hole to the garage door, but unfortunately, this has now happened. I'm trying to reorganize, throw out as much as I can, Goodwill as much as I can. Unfortunately, I'm trying to reposition. I wanted to do the TVs over here on the right side, but it looks like because of the bicycles, I don't want to rehang them because it's actually a perfect little thing, as we can see here. It kind of blends in the ceiling, but it drops down right here, this little ledge. And so right here I have 2 bicycles up right there, not to mention a 3rd mountain bike over there. And so it's going to be a real pain in the booty to throw everything on that wall, put the projector shined up on this wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm either going to just shine the projector on this wall and we're going to mount the TVs on this wall. My workbench is already over here, so we're going to be putting this 52-inch right above the workbench, probably either with the 46 above it or to the right of it. And then these are organization little things there. We probably will put that on this wall, or we have no idea quite yet. So still in the works, just trying to offload as much as we can and get organized. Organization is the key. You would never believe a one car, actually that 7 Series BMW fits in here, would you? You would have no idea. This stuff was stacked to the limits. It's all about Tetris, baby, I'm telling you. Look at all this stuff. And this was all organized so I actually could park a 7 Series BMW right there. This is ridiculous. All right, guys, good news. We have put up our first television right here, a 52-inch Samsung television right there. It's an older one. It's about from 08 or so. We have on the back of it right here, we have the flexi mount, 47 through 84 inch. This thing holds, and this thing is a beast. I'll show you guys that towards the end of the video. It pulls out, tilts, swivels, all that fun stuff. Now we need to put up the 46-inch Westinghouse LED TV right here. We need to take off the stand, and we also are going to be putting on that right there. Now the flexi mount, like I mentioned, I'm going to be telling you what products are sponsored, what products are DD, which means, and so this flexi mount was a sponsored product on this same channel. I did a product review for it for the company, and so I actually am using this for the man cave. Now this one down here was a DD right here. This was a DD Fine, and that was in this box here, which came with a couple different rails, so most likely someone purchased it and went with the tilting option instead of the flat panel one here. This one will not tilt or anything like that. This one right here is absolutely amazing. Pulls out, swivels, tilts, does the whole works. This one is going to be just like hanging on there like a picture frame. Nothing really special to it, just a regular mount. We're going to be putting that one right here, trying to get it level, trying to get it flush with this one. Of course, it will be smaller, 46 to a 52, and so we're going to try to figure that out. And then we're going to be putting on some LED lights as well, which, let's see, we got our IKEA shelves here, but we do Here is the strip right here. I'm sorry, guys. We took that out from right here, these little metal things here that clip on. Make a long story short, I was trying to use that. Don't really feel like cutting. I'm going to be using my IKEA shelves instead. These were DD finds as well from the bike shop, and they also came with LED lights here. Luckily, I have some plugs that were also DD finds, and so we are going to be getting into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first stop, Goodwill. We have packed a whole entire carload, as we can see here. Now, I could have sold a bunch of this stuff. This is probably, oh my gosh, well over $500 worth of stuff. But sometimes, guys, too much of a hassle. Clean it out, take the tax write-off, and do it. All right, so we gotta unload this massive thing, and I know it is nighttime, but there is a drop box location right next to me, right over here, and so that's gonna be able to give me enough space in my garage. We'll put it right over here. The guy picks it up with the truck, and it's cool. They leave a location right here because the big location is now obviously closed. This is a 24-hour stop and drop. Let's go. Alright guys, something to always keep in mind, especially if you have a flat mount, not like this beautiful one over here. Always plug in the necessary cables first, because with these ones, unfortunately, everything is on the back and it's a real pain. Anyway, it's not that hard to like just pull little tabs, pop it off, put it back on, but it's a little bit of a nuisance right here. Now, I know you guys are thinking, what's up with the little gap right here? Well, I didn't want it to push in exactly right on, because I will be running some cords and just doing a really great job. Now, if this was my place, once again, I am renting this place. If I was not renting this place, I'd be popping holes in the walls and I would be going straight down or straight up, etc. I'll be using the power off of my garage door opener right there instead of running cables all the way from over here. Now, again, it's absolutely a mess, but we're gonna get it cleaned up. Don't you worry about that. But here we go right here, guys. So we have the 46, nice and seam line in. I didn't want it in the middle with a gap up here and a gap up here. I kind of wanted it streamlined straight across right there. Now what we need to do, we have the LED strip right here. Now this is not your typical LED strip from Amazon. I will be using strips like that, but this one is more of like a shop light display light. What I'm going to be doing with this is you can cut these down. Again, these were with these metal shelving here from the bike shop, found those DDing. Here are my cheap IKEA shelves right here. I will be, because again, this is going to be a workshop right here as well, this portion of the garage. I want to put my shelving unit right above right here. I have two shelving units and I want to pretty much streamline them to the edge of this TV, maybe a little bit in right there. But what I will be doing is I will be going ahead and putting that right on top right here with the necessary brackets there. Then what I will be doing is I will be putting on the LED lights underneath the shelves right here, shining down on the desk so that I can work and have that as a workshop. We will be having to cut these down to size. They are too long to mount to the IKEA shelving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them a little bit, and then I actually need to resolder the ends. They did a really shoddy job, so I'm going to resolder the ends here, and we're going to go ahead and streamline that. So that is what we are going to be working on next, putting that shelf right above the TV, shining that light down, and not on top of that, we will be having another LED strip with some decorative items there, but that is a whole nother story for another time. First, let's go with the LED light shelf. All right, guys, we got the shelves mounted right up on top here. Sorry for the white balance of the camera, but I'll get a clean shot of that after. I have one LED strip up right now. The only problem though is this LED strip, like I mentioned earlier, is too long. What's cool about these LED strips though, you can actually cut them down right here and then solder on the cord again to the proper location. So as we can see here, I've already trimmed the silver aluminum to keep the LED light from heating up onto the wood. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure exactly where I need to cut on the LED strip. I'll go ahead and chop right down the middle here like we see right here, and then I will solder on the points as shown here, guys. Very simple, but yet very efficient.
That's why I sing your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise.
Ta-da! Yeah, baby, take a look at that. Take a look at that. Shining down on my beautiful workbench right here. Excellent. We do need to do a little cord management over here. We got our little power adapter. That is going to be kind of some strategic placing. Probably most likely I will be drilling it or mounting it up on top of that little wood piece here, or just underneath it on the inside of it here. Again, cord management is a big thing. We want a nice clean look right there. One cord coming in right there. I was able to double mount the little cords that connect the different LED strips right here using some DD tape, baby, right there. We are looking absolutely fantastic. So far, this project has produced just this TV. This was my old TV from my old apartment. Besides that, oh, I'm sorry, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 little things here. The shelves were DDs, lights DDs of course, so just the mounting brackets here and the television so far, but if I DD another TV, I will replace it, so we'll have a pretty much 100% man cave, baby. Well guys, now what we need to do is we need to hang a shelf. Now I'm out of IKEA shelves, so I am doing it with some aluminum siding type of material here. That was another DD right there, and we're gonna go ahead and put that underneath the TV. I've already leveled it out, drilled some holes in it, and I'll be actually using these hooks. And these hooks were awesome. DD'd a bunch of these right here, so these are gonna clip in there, and then we're gonna lay the PlayStation, we're gonna lay the DVD player right on top of these. It's gonna look really slick, and eventually we'll probably spray paint these maybe black or silver to match the aluminum. But let's go ahead and put this underneath that TV there, and we'll go ahead and get it dialed in. Well guys, thank you so much for watching episode 1, part 1 of the ultimate building of the man cave. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title the series quite yet, even though I am well into part 3 of filming. And I have worked on this garage for quite a while. Most of the time is actually taking to do the organization because it is so cluttered. But remember guys that I am working full-time from home on YouTube, online work, and I do sell things. That is my income. So unfortunately, I can't just pick it all up and give it to Goodwill. Now I did say throw away a lot of stuff earlier in the video, and I do want to correct myself. I have barely thrown anything away. I have given away pretty much everything. Probably 97, 98% of the stuff I've actually given away to my neighbors, to Goodwill. And what I do, of course, just like because I am a dumpster diver, I actually, things that I don't need, I put next to my dumpster that my neighbors could use, or if they're probably not gonna want it, or if they're different items, of course, Goodwill drop off. I load up the cars, head down there, it all works. The things I have thrown away are just like old beat up shelves that nobody's gonna want, or just a lot of trash, really, a lot of manuals, some, you know, random boxes of products, things that need to be recycled, so that goes into the trash. So guys, thank you for coming along this journey, part 1. Stay tuned. This is again gonna be about a 4 or 5 part series. I don't exactly know. I'm gonna try to cut it down to 4 parts. I might do 5 because I got some special things in the books. Things that haven't made this episode, of course, are gonna be on 2, 3, and 4, and possibly 5, and those are absolutely awesome. If you guys wanna get a couple sneak peeks of future episodes that I will be editing and putting up on this channel, check out my vlogs. I do a little bit of behind the scenes. That will be linked below, Binsberg Films. And also, guys, if you guys are interested in my dumpster diving trash to treasure series, where I actually find most of these products, the ones that are not sponsored products, product review videos that I do on this channel, then check out those vlogs as well. It's vlogs/dumpster diving videos, my dumpster diving web series, where I actually show you the things I use in this video, where I found them at apartment complexes or behind retail office supply stores, or of course, in episode 2, you're gonna see a lot of stuff that I found behind a bike shop. Stay tuned for part 2, and I will see you guys then. My name's Chris. Have a great night.